The weight of the pistol grounded me. A cold, metallic confession in my trembling hand. I stared at my son, lost in the silver wash of moonlight. Each breath he took a fragile defiance of the horror creeping into our lives. Tomorrow he might just be another headline. It had begun as whispers, isolated incidents, dismissed as hysteria, until the chilling photographs emerged. Twins, then others, their eyes reflecting an unnatural emerald, followed by silence and emptiness that echoed across the nation. Doctors offered clinical terms, ministers cried of sin. But we called it emerald. A dark omen. Doors were bolted, neighbors eyed neighbors, and the fragile piece of our lives shattered into a million anxious fragments. That evening over pasta, I saw it, a fleeting emerald glint in his eyes, a trick of the light, I hoped, fueled by exhaustion and cheap wine. But doubt, once planted, bloomed with terrifying speed. Later, his small hand touched my cheek, a loving gesture that cracked the dam within me. Could I protect him? Or was I already too late, doomed to watch him become something else? The house settled around us, indifferent to the nightmare unfolding within its walls. Lemon cleaner and old crayons masked the scent of fear, the perfume of impending tragedy. I had imagined it all. The yellow tape, the soft-faced paramedics, the pitying neighbors, a gallery of grief painted in the garish colors of the evening news. But the reality was far more terrifying. The scientists spoke of patterns, of genes, but their voices were lost in the cacophony of funerals. The silence of the dead spoke louder, a chorus of fear. Precautions whispered in hushed tones, collars, watchmen, the unthinkable act of killing first, questions later. The world was drowning in fear, and I was choking with it. His breath was even, a soft rhythm against the encroaching darkness. A memory surfaced. A boy's emerald gaze, so intense it seemed to shatter his face. A shard of glass reflecting a nightmare I couldn't escape. If the stories were true, how long before his gaze stole a soul? How many prayers could hold back the horror that lurked behind those eyes? The pistol was alien in my hand, yet intimately familiar, the only honest answer in a world steeped in lies and half-truths. I pressed the barrel against my temple, a desperate test of resolve. The metal tasted like iron, a metallic tang of mortality. He stirred, a small hand emerging from beneath the blanket. In the moonlight, his lashes fluttered like the wings of something innocent. His eyes opened. Green, not just green. A terrible garden, thick with shadows. A portal to something ancient and malevolent. He blinked, and the room seemed to lean in, listening to a sound I could not name. A silent symphony of dread. For a moment he was my son again. The next, a void, a hunger masquerading in the shape of a child. Dad? The word, a clear bell, masked something sinister, an intention lurking beneath the surface of innocence. My finger tightened on the trigger, the gun heavy, then light, then unbearable. A siren wailed in the distance, a rising and falling question mark in the silent symphony of our despair. I closed my eyes, and the house breathed with me, a silent accomplice to the horror unfolding within its walls. One way or another, I thought, someone has to die tonight. I pulled. Silence followed, deafening and absolute, broken only by a soft, wet sound. I opened my eyes, the smell of gunpowder stinging my nostrils, and saw not my son, but the window shattered, the night air cold against my skin. His bed was empty, the sheets undisturbed. He was gone. The siren grew louder, and I knew they wouldn't believe me. Not about the eyes, not about the fear, not about the impossible green. The police found me there, kneeling amidst the shards of glass, the gun still warm in my grip. They searched the house, the neighborhood, but he was gone, vanished without a trace, leaving only a void where my son used to be. They called it a tragedy, a breakdown, a father driven mad by grief. But I knew the truth. He wasn't gone. He was somewhere else, changed, waiting. And somewhere in the darkness, those emerald eyes were watching, waiting for me. The world had changed forever, poisoned by that emerald glint.